Hi, my name is Pramit and I'm from the DXOI product management team. In this video, I will talk about how and where to get started with DXOI logs, where to download the agents from, walk through the package contents, talk about the software and hardware requirement and the generic sizing guide, and also how to configure log collector. This is the architecture of the overall solution. In this video, I will be focusing on the highlighted part here. The log collector is a forwarder that will need to be installed and run in order to forward logs to the DXAS. Now, this could be any type of logs. It could be syslog. It could be logs being collected by a FileBeat agent or logs being collected by a WinLog agent. The they all the agents and things like and protocols such as rsyslog, if they all forward logs to the log collector, and the log collector forwards these logs to the SaaS endpoint. The log collector is available in two flavors. It can be either run as a Docker container or it can be run as a service on Linux systems. In order to download the agents in the log collector, you'll have to log into your SaaS tenant and navigate to the settings page. And under settings, you go to downloads. And here you will see a new entry here called log collector, the third one. Once you click on log collector, it starts to get downloaded. And once the downloaded is complete, you'll be able to see a tar file that gets downloaded on your system. On unzipping this tar file, I'll see four different components here, out of which there are three agents, which is a FileBeat Linux agent, FileBeat Windows agent, and a WinLogBeat. And the fourth one is the on-prem log collector. Each one of these have their individual installation or start and stop scripts. The prerequisite for all these three agents is to have the on-prem log collector running, because so that they have a place to forward the logs to. So before you get started with installing log collector, some key points to note before you begin. The log collector can run only on a Linux or Unix-based operating system. You need to have port 9600 free because that will be utilized by log collector. We need Java 11 to run this and a minimum memory of 2 gigabytes. Also, you need systemd support. So make sure that the host to register and run the log collector as a service. Down in the table, you can also see a generic sizing guide for running log collector and the FileBeat agents. This is roughly based on the number of log events per second and the volume of log in kilobytes per second. You can also find this guide, the sizing guide, in the documentation for your reference. Now, from the configuration standpoint, the configuration is really very easy. In the install directory, if you go to log collector, on-prem log collector, and go to install_config directory, you'll find a file, the configuration file right there. And the only mandatory parameter here is to add the ingestion endpoint, and the ingestion endpoint will always be prefixed by log collector dot as the SaaS endpoint. The proxies and the protocol of the proxy, the username, password for the proxy, obviously this is all optional. And the last thing that you see here, the log collector on-prem location, this is configurable. Right now, this is the way this is configured is that you'll have to run it using a root user. But if you don't want that, then you can change the location here and you can run it as a non-root user. So this is it in this video. Thank you.